Horror games. We love them, and some of us it scares the shit out of, but honestly, it's one of the best genres in gaming to play. I mean, who doesn't love shitting theyself at 3 o'clock in the morning because you decided to play Five Nights at Freddy's? I'm just saying. But I can't be the only one who's ever paused and thought, I feel like I could whoop these niggas' asses. And that's what we talking about today. Horror games I feel like I could easily beat, and I even feel like you could do it too if you him.
I just wanna go home, I don't wanna be at Granny's house.
So in the Granny game, you're doing all types of different puzzles to unlock keys to get out to the front door. But the main thing is, Granny's chasing you around with this fucking unga bunga big ass stick in her hand, trying to knock you out. Now I don't know about you, but I'm knocking the fuck out of your average grandma. I'm giving it a buck. I said it. I'm not letting no ancient beast take me down. Now, she do got some strength behind her. If she one-tapping niggas, I'm gonna keep it a buck. But honestly, I just think the guy you playing as in Granny, a weak-ass nigga. Me personally, I'ma fucking engage that Mike Tyson bob and weave and just I'm not letting her take me. First of all, I'm knocking her out, and two, there's windows, nigga. I'm jumping out a window. Even if I didn't want to go the fighting route, even though I would gladly piece her up for knocking me out in the first place, I'm escaping. I'm jumping out the window, or I'm knocking her out. I'm keeping that a $1.50.
Everything. Can I please get a double waffle with no cheese? Can I please get a number 2 with a large drink?
Hello Neighbor. Now Hello Neighbor is a little bit a step above Granny, because it's not a grandma, it's your average nigga. Now Hello Neighbor, he got a crazy ass house. He got something going on, so buddy gotta be smart. He got something cooking up in his head, and he got kids in his basement. I'm gonna call the cops, alright? Call me a snitch. Call me a snitch. I don't care. That nigga got kids in his basement. I'm calling the police. I'm not dealing with that. Why am I? Ooh, I am not finna go die to a pedophile. On Jesus Christ, I'm not. I'm finna go get the muscatool, and we're putting bro in a t-shirt. We are not finna go out there and die like that. Buddy is crazy. He has a whole roller coaster going through his house, and you think this nigga ain't with the shits? I'm shooting, bro, on sight. Five Nights at Freddy's. If you don't know what FNAF is, it's about a whole bunch of kids that got killed, stuffed in costumes, and now they possess the suits, and now they want to kill you. After night 1, where they're barely active, and you go back home and you know these niggas are alive, first of all, we're gonna take the smart route. Why the fuck am I returning to Five Nights at Freddy's after I know that these niggas are alive and trying to kill me? I do not need that minimum wage that bad. I'm gonna go work at McDonald's, my nigga. If we're gonna take the smart route, if we're gonna take the route of brute forcing it, I'm going in there with like a sledgehammer and an EMP. Like, nigga, this is gonna be Rainbow Six Siege in this motherfucker. I'm gonna pick the nastiest peak on that corner. I'm gonna look out. As soon as that nigga come down the hallway, yeah, he's gone. He's dead. He's not coming back. Freddy's gonna catch bullet holes. That nigga is not bulletproof. I'm gonna fuck what you talking about.
I said right foot creep, ooh, walking with that ear. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see it.
The Resident Evil franchise is something totally different. These niggas are built different. Almost everyone, and we're just gonna talk the Baker family. Almost everyone in the Baker family has took bullets and it's came back. Nigga, that shit is scary as fuck. Now, although the game does get beat with the weapons given, I think I could do what Ethan Winters did. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I feel like I could do it. I feel like I'm taking out Jack. On God, I'm taking out Jack. I'm taking out the mom and her nasty coochie. Cause if y'all played that game, nigga, that bitch was nasty as fuck. We were taking her out. I'm taking out everyone. Now my biggest fear is Lucas, my nigga. If you played that game, you know Lucas was a crafty little nigga, and he was basically Saul on steroids. I mean, like, this nigga would put you in some nefarious ass traps that you had no chance of beating. Like, it wasn't even like a trap that you could escape. Like, he would put you in there and be like, oh yeah, go do this and you can get out. That nigga was capping his ass off. He just wanted to see you run around like a dickhead for 5 minutes before he killed you. That nigga is straight nefarious. Now that's one nigga in that franchise I don't think I'm beating. If we talk Resident Evil 8, nigga, Lady Demetrius, bro. Oh, she gonna have to run from me. I'm keeping that shit a $1.50. Say what you want, my nigga, but Lady Demetrius can get it all day, every day. She getting straight meat in her chalupa, nigga. This shit is brutal. And if we're talking about the other games to where the nemesis is chasing after you, we never gonna talk about none of those, cause nigga, ain't nobody beating Nemesis. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you talking about. You are not beating Nemesis. That's a big ass nigga. That nigga's like 9 foot something, chasing after you with nothing but trend in his veins. He is taking you down on God. How many times did they kill that nigga? And that nigga still came back. They needed like a government fucking railgun to even damage this nigga. Who do I look like? Bill Gates, nigga? I'm not taking down this nigga. I don't have the firepower to do so. And even if I did, I don't even know if it would work.
Ever. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky.
Dead by Daylight. Now this game, ooh. If you ever play with randoms in this game, first of all, before I even get into it, if you play Dead by Daylight and you hide in the locker the whole round, I hope you fucking wake up with both sides of your pillow warm. And I hope you trip and fall and die, nigga. I hate you with a passion. Anyways, this game I feel like is extremely beatable. Now, if you're like, nigga, how am I gonna work on a generator? So apparently the entity or whatever that runs the fucking the thing in Dead by Daylight, they give you the knowledge to repair generators. Now the only thing is, some of the killers in DBD can be beaten. I mean, there's killers like Trapper, which is just a regular nigga with bear traps. I'm piecing bro in his face. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'm knocking that nigga out. But there's other killers in that game that ain't getting beaten. Nigga, they have an alien in that game. Fucking Ghostface. They literally Michael Myers, nigga. Michael Myers. They have a nurse that can teleport. Nigga, there's a lot of killers in that game that ain't that nigga you're not beating. But I know there's a couple in there I'm beating. One of them is literally just a zesty pop star. I'm whooping that nigga's ass, but I'm not whooping Michael Myers' ass. That nigga is crucial. That nigga's gonna pick me up by my neck and snap it like a fucking pretzel or something. Like, I'm not fighting that nigga. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. So that's one game that I feel like I could beat some killers, but if you roll the dice and then you got someone like fucking Nemesis or fucking like Demogorgon or some shit, nigga, you're cooked. One of the most unbeatable games I feel like I put in this category that I feel like I could survive is Outlast. Now hear me out, hear me out. Outlast, you're a journalist and you're going there to investigate basically fucking Arkham Asylum on steroids. Now, this is a game where you could choose the smart route of just not fucking going inside the building. I mean, literally, when you start up the game and you go up in there, the first thing you see is massacred armed guards, and this nigga literally is like skewered and kebabbed through the chest, and he has a gun. You're telling me something in this mental asylum beat a whole team of armed shooters and has this nigga kebabbed, and you went further into the facility? White people 101. I am not doing that, nigga. I'm walking right back out. As soon as I seen bro, I would have been like, huh, let me dap you up. Appreciate you, G. I'm dipping. There's no other way you're beating this game. I'm keeping that a buck. The only way you could beat it unless you went back and came back with the fucking military. And I'm not talking about some random 5 or 6 niggas. I mean the entire military. Tanks, jets, and all. That's the only way you're surviving that. Because regardless, nigga, no one is beating that big nigga. And I know y'all know what big nigga I'm talking about. That nigga scares the shit out of me. If I heard that nigga say his fucking line, fuck no, nigga. I'm gone. I'm dipping. I'm sacrificing anyone. That's it, nigga. I am not beating that. Horror games I could easily survive. After y'all showing so much support on the first video, you know I had to come back for a part 2. Had to step back in the ring and defend my name.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny? Seriously. You're a fucking ugly little cunt, mate, and if I ever see you, I'm...
Friday the 13th, you and a whole bunch of homies said, fuck it, let's bring this on, let's go to Camp Crystal Lake, and let's bowl. All of a sudden, Jason Voorhees come killing niggas. How do you beat this? This game is honestly on the beatable scale, I'm not gonna lie, and that's one of 2 reasons. In this game, this version of Jason can be jumped. Like, you can spam this nigga with firecrackers, and bro is stunned for like a solid 3 hours. Now, if you're with a whole bunch of idiots, you just gotta sacrifice some of the homies. I'm gonna keep that a buck. You go get the car battery, you go get the gas, and you dip. And honestly, to even escape from there, you don't even need the car. You don't even need that. Just run into the woods. Get out of there. If you know you gotta go that way to get out of there, fuck the car. Run. You're in a life or death situation. Why would I not just go for it and run?
You look lonely. I can fix that.
Doki Doki Literature Club, a meta psychological horror game that breaks the fourth wall with the main villain being Monica, manipulating her fellow game characters and code just to be with you. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can go about beating this. One, just delete the game and don't be a coomer and give in to Monica. Or
I can't fucking compete! I just can't fucking compete! Can you get the fuck?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now this game has always confused me, and honestly Leatherface as a character and like the whole franchise has confused me as like, how are those people in trouble? It's a whole bunch of old rickety white people in the woods. I used to live in Georgia. I used to see niggas like that all the time. They not on shit. Old man's finna get his ass beat. Old lady finna get her ass. Everyone's getting their ass beat. I'm gonna keep that a buck. The only my fear is Leatherface. That nigga's 6'4" with retard strength. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm probably gonna have to catch bro with like a crowbar to his kneecap, because Leatherface can take damage. He's not as invincible as like people think. Like if you hit him in the knee with a crowbar, that nigga is going down and he's gonna be in pain. You can't power through a shattered kneecap. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. So I'm shattering bro's kneecap. So is he on the ground? I'm gonna curb stomp. I'm just bro is not getting up. He's out. He's out like a light. I'm gonna hit him with a magical suplex. Last thing he's gonna see is my black Air Force coming in contact with his face. In Cry of Fear, you play as a man, Simon, that gets hit by a car after trying to help a man. Now, you wake up in an alleyway, you're looking for answers, and then you realize you're in hell. You're fighting the fucking scariest, most maniacal creatures out there. Now, could I beat it? I feel like I could possibly beat it, but it would be very high diff. And it's not from a physical standpoint, from a mental standpoint, because if you know the game, and spoilers ahead, this whole game is in your head. You're having a psychotic episode. So this is really dependent on person to person if you think you could overcome this shit, because this shit seems real. Like imagine you're in Simon's POV, you wake up in a random alleyway and then there's just hell monsters all around. 9 times out of 10 y'all are folding. Y'all would be so mentally fucked in this situation. There would be no beating this. I want to have a discussion about this in the comments because I really love this fucking game. So if you think you could beat this shit, I want you to tell me why in the comments and how you would fucking snap out of the psychosis, which is Cry of Fear. Bendy and the Ink Machine is a game of where you go into this old animation studio and there's a lot of ink monsters that are alive. Bendy's trying to kill you. Now, my first thing is, if you can take souls and put it into a drawing and make it real, what character could I bring into this world to help me? I'm bringing in Goku and he's gonna solo everything. That nigga's, hi, it's me, Goku. And he's gonna wanna throw hands with everyone. Hey, Goku, that nigga Bendy said you a bitch. He's gonna beat that nigga's ass and I'm have nothing to worry about. Now, I'm gonna have to worry about something after he beats everyone ass, and then it's just me and him looking at each other and he's like, I don't know what to tell bro after he beats everyone ass. Like, then that's when the real trouble begins. But we gonna cross that bridge when we get there. But before that, Goku's gonna beat everyone's ass. That's all I gotta say. Bendy and the Ink Machine gotta be the most beatable game ever.
You need to hang up that computer call. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantic.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, we already know what FNAF is. Children killed, stuffed in the zoos, now they possess the animatronics. I already talked about the first FNAF in the first movie. Let me cover the other ones. FNAF 2. FNAF 2 seems like probably the most beatable one because you're not really dealing with too much. A lot of them are tricked by the mask or a flashlight. That's probably like IRL, probably the easiest fucking gameplay to deal with. And also, you know, the smart route, we can dip because after night 1, Chica's gonna have to run from me, my nigga. Toy Chica can get it. And then I'm dipping, honestly, because I'm not dealing with that bullshit. But realistically, if we had to deal with that, just putting on a mask and then a flashlight, and honestly, IRL, why does this nigga not just leave the mask on and use the flashlight? I can't be the only one that's thought about that while playing that game. FNAF 3 is just the ultimate 1v1. I don't give a fuck. Everything else is in your head. All the phantom animatronics can't actually hurt you. They can't do shit. That is a 1v1 versus you versus Springtrap. Bro, I'm gonna throw hands, nigga. You're not sliding. And the animatronics are immortal. They can't fucking die. Yes, the fuck they can. You ever heard of a flamethrower, nigga? Have you ever seen the video of that guy that caught a roach and then he hit it with a blowtorch? That's what I'm gonna do to that nigga. I'ma just flame his shit until he's nothing but ash. He's not coming back from that. I always come back. Nah, homie, you're in a wood. We're smoking on you. You're ashes, bro. Now, as a FNAF fan myself, I still honestly don't fully understand FNAF 4, but from my understanding, and FNAF fans, please correct me in the comments, I'm pretty sure FNAF 4 is all in this kid's head. So honestly, there's no way to die. He got bit and he just dies anyways because his fucking frontal lobe was in Freddy's mouth. So bro was gone either way. So FNAF 4 does not even count.